They thought the secrets would never surface, that the NDAs, the fear, and the millions in hush money would keep the truth buried forever. But now, right inside a packed federal courtroom, the walls are crumbling. And at the center of it all stands Sean "Diddy" Combs, once a hip-hop mogul hailed as royalty, now the face of Hollywood's darkest scandal. In a bombshell revelation, prosecutors have dragged the infamous freak-off parties into the spotlight. What used to be whispered about in green rooms and luxury lounges has exploded into public record. Testimonies are surfacing, and what's inside them? Absolutely devastating. Celebrities, drugs, coercion, violence. And most chilling of all, names. Real, powerful names. Fans are stunned. A-list reputations are hanging by a thread. Publicists are panicking behind the scenes. And the internet? It's in full-blown meltdown mode. Was your favorite actor part of it? That platinum-selling singer with the clean image? The reality star who suddenly vanished? No one saw this coming. But now that the courtroom floodgates have opened, the truth is spilling out fast, and there's no turning back. This isn't just Diddy's downfall. It could be the collapse of an entire celebrity ecosystem. Buckle up. What you're about to hear might just change how you see your idols, forever. The courtroom lights flickered slightly as the morning session began, but no one blinked. Not today. Every camera lens, every journalist's pen, every pair of eyes was trained on one man, Sean "Diddy" Combs. He sat silently at the defense table, jaw tight, staring at a stack of legal pads. On the outside, he looked composed, but behind, those dark sunglasses and polished demeanor, sources say he was boiling. The room buzzed with quiet tension. Prosecutors shuffled papers. The judge sipped water. And then, a hush fell as the words "freak off" echoed through the marble-walled chamber. The lead prosecutor, known for taking down financial criminals, now had her sights on the entertainment world's most guarded secret. She rose, voice calm but cutting. "We intend to prove that Mr. Combs orchestrated, facilitated, and maintained a network of private gatherings referred to by numerous witnesses as freak-off parties, events that, under the guise of adult entertainment, involved systematic abuse, manipulation, and the exploitation of celebrity power." A murmur rippled through the gallery. Diddy didn't flinch, but behind him his inner circle was visibly shaken. Then the real bombshell dropped. And we have testimony, video evidence, and witness accounts naming other celebrities, high-profile individuals, who either attended these gatherings or helped coordinate them. The court gasped. A reporter fumbled his recorder. Someone whispered, "No way." But it was very real. The first name leaked, a Grammy-winning R&B artist. The second, a multi-billion-dollar athlete. And then, a household name actor who's won 2 Oscars. Fans outside the courthouse screamed as the leaks hit Twitter. Phones buzzed, TikTokers ran live streams, and hashtags like "Diddy Exposed" and "Freak Off Files" shot straight to the top of the charts. Back inside the courtroom, the first witness, a woman identified as Tasha, a former assistant, took the stand. Her voice trembled. "I was hired to manage party logistics, but I didn't know what I was really walking into. These weren't just parties. These were controlled environments. Everything had a code. People checked their phones at the door. Some girls didn't even know where they were going until they got there." The prosecution nodded. They were building a timeline. "Did Mr. Combs provide instruction?" "Yes," Tasha replied, her voice tight. "He'd text things like, 'Set the vibe, don't let the weak in, keep it legendary.' That meant, don't let anyone boring in. Only stars, only pretty girls, only the ones who'd say yes." Across the aisle, Diddy whispered something to his lawyer. Then came the moment that broke the internet. Tasha continued, her hands trembling as she unfolded an old crumpled sheet of paper. A printed guest list from 2016. "I kept this because I couldn't forget it. I wanted to throw it away, but I couldn't." Names were partially redacted in court, but by evening, TMZ leaked a full version, and the world saw what the courtroom couldn't say out loud. Chris Brown, French Montana, a mega pop singer recently linked to a Marvel movie, and a director currently in pre-production with Netflix. The denial statements came fast. Chris Brown's team. Chris had no knowledge or involvement in any such event. The pop star's label. "This is fabricated and defamatory." The director's publicist. "We will pursue legal action against anyone repeating this lie." But the internet doesn't wait for fact checks. Clips resurfaced. Old party footage. Behind-the-scenes images from Diddy's infamous birthday bashes. Even an old Revolt TV segment where Diddy joked, "Yeah, we get wild. Freak-offs? I invented that term." People weren't laughing anymore. Cassie, once seen as just a quiet R&B singer, had already testified. But now, her words were recontextualized. She wasn't just talking about personal abuse. She was revealing a system, a routine, something that had been normalized within the industry. In one tearful statement, she said, "There were girls younger than me, new girls, flown in from Atlanta, Miami, London. They'd say things like, 'You're lucky, he likes you.' But I didn't feel lucky. I felt trapped." The court played a series of text messages allegedly sent from Diddy to his assistant, arranging rooms, preferences, and themes. The keywords were chilling: red light, bounce list, special faces, keep them mellow. The term mellow reportedly referred to the drugging of party attendees, something Diddy's lawyers immediately objected to. But the judge allowed it into evidence. One of the most powerful moments came from a former security guard, brought in under protection with his voice disguised. "I worked that front door for 3 years, saw who came in, who left, and who didn't. There were celebrities who walked in like kings and left dragging their reputations behind them. You think this is just about Diddy? He was the host, but he wasn't alone." And that's when the celebrity panic began. Publicists went dark. Pages were wiped. Stars who'd once bragged about legendary Diddy parties began disappearing from the conversation. Podcast clips were deleted. Live streams scrubbed. One DJ even issued a public apology for any past affiliations. The family divide was real too. Diddy's son, Justin, who once partied at the same events, posted a single tweet. "I'm done protecting people who don't protect anyone." He deleted it minutes later. But screenshots live forever. The media dubbed it Hollywood's Harvey Weinstein moment, a reckoning that wasn't just about one man, but the power structures that allowed him to thrive. Meanwhile, fans were in complete meltdown. "I followed that man for years. I feel sick. How did nobody say anything before? They better unseal that full guest list. I want names." And the guest list still partially redacted. But one line, one name, was accidentally visible in a court screenshot leaked by a blogger, M. Jordan. VIP access confirmed. Fans instantly speculated Michael B. Jordan was involved. His team issued a swift denial. Michael has never attended any such party nor had any association with the events in question. But the damage was done. Dozens of TikToks went viral analyzing his interviews, dissecting handshakes with Diddy, comparing outfits from the freak-off era. Everyone was a detective, and every fan base was in panic mode. By the next morning, the industry was shaking. Emails were reportedly circulating inside multiple major record labels. A memo from one executive at Capitol Records, leaked by a whistleblower, read, "Review all collaborations, past party appearances, and artist event affiliations with Sean Combs from 2015 onward. Legal must vet all material before re-release or marketing." Translation? Panic, because no one wanted to be next. Suddenly, old interviews were being analyzed under a microscope. A clip from a 2019 red carpet resurfaced, showing Diddy hugging a well-known singer while whispering something in her ear. At the time, fans thought it was flirty, but now, viewers claimed her body language screamed discomfort. One user posted, "I watched that clip 100 times back then. I thought she was being shy, but now I see it. She was frozen." The post hit 3.2 million views on TikTok in less than 24 hours. Then came the next celebrity to be exposed. A famous rapper turned entrepreneur, known for his motivational speeches and brand deals. Court documents didn't mention him by name, but the initials, timeline, and event description lined up too perfectly. A party in 2017. A house in the Hollywood Hills. Guest name, CW. Request, Blue Room, candles only, no recordings. Social media instantly latched onto the theory, it's gotta be name redacted. He always talked about blue energy, and that house was in his IG story back then. The celebrity issued a statement. I attended parties thrown by many people in the industry. I have never engaged in any illegal or abusive behavior. These allegations are false and defamatory. But as always, the court of public opinion had already passed judgment, and it wasn't just men on the hot seat. One female rapper known for her bold lyrics and no-filter persona was also linked to a private yacht party in the Bahamas, where multiple women have since filed civil complaints. The accusation? That she encouraged others to loosen up and keep the energy high while knowing what the men in attendance expected. She has since gone silent on all platforms. The internet was divided. Some fans defended her fiercely. "Y'all always drag women when men do worse." She was probably trapped too, but others weren't buying it. Empowerment doesn't mean silence. If she knew what was happening and stayed quiet, she's complicit. Meanwhile, Diddy's legal team fought desperately to keep more names sealed, arguing that exposure without formal charges could cause irreparable harm to innocent reputations. The judge wasn't convinced. This trial is no longer just about one man's alleged crimes. It's about a culture of protection and silence. If these individuals were part of the pattern, the public has a right to know. And with that, 6 more names were ordered unsealed. The list? A talk show host, a model-turned-actress, a legendary producer and A-list comedian, a Grammy-winning DJ, and an international pop star currently on a world tour. The pop star's camp was the first to respond, with full-blown damage control mode. They issued a 4-paragraph press release, claiming, "Our client was invited to social events like many in the industry. They were unaware of any wrongdoing, and any suggestion otherwise is categorically false. We will pursue legal action against defamation." Still, fans didn't buy it. TikToks dissecting the press statement went viral. One influencer broke down body language from a 2022 red carpet appearance, comparing it to court statements. Her video, 5.8 million views overnight. "This goes deeper than one man," she said in the final clip. This is a web, and Diddy was just the spider in the center. In court, the next witness was a former dancer. She'd performed at multiple Diddy-hosted events between 2016 and 2019 and claimed she saw firsthand manipulation, intimidation, and silencing. "I saw girls cry backstage. I saw drinks being passed without anyone asking what was in them. And if anyone asked too many questions, they were gone. Just like that." The prosecution asked her, "Gone? How?" She paused, breathing shallowly. "Escorted out. Blacklisted. I saw one girl locked in a bathroom for 40 minutes. She came out dazed, said she'd never work in the industry again." The courtroom was silent. Outside, protests began forming. Survivors marched with signs that read, "Silence for power." "Unseal the full list. Believe black women." Back online, fans began creating their own databases. Timelines, photos, appearance charts, cross-referenced with leaked party guest lists. One viral post read, "If your fave partied with Diddy in the last 10 years, you might want to rethink that Stan card." Meanwhile, Diddy's family remained deeply divided. His ex-girlfriend Kim Porter's cousin posted a statement. She knew too much, she saw too much, and she tried to walk away. The implication? That Kim's mysterious death in 2018 may not have been as simple as reported. The post was deleted, but fans froze. "You're telling me there's even more to this story?" Kim died shortly after canceling a trip with Diddy. Coincidence? The internet had fully entered conspiracy mode. And Diddy? Still seated quietly in court, still saying nothing. But his silence screamed louder than any denial. By now, the trial was no longer just news. It was the only news. TMZ had camped outside the courthouse for 12 straight days. YouTubers were doing daily live breakdowns. Even legacy news outlets like CNN, NBC, and the New York Times were running front-page coverage with headlines like, "The party is over. Diddy trial threatens to upend entertainment royalty." But inside that wood-paneled courtroom, the temperature was rising fast. Prosecutors weren't just going after Diddy anymore. They were building a narrative of systemic abuse, a culture of silence, power, and complicity. And now, some of the celebs were cracking. It started with a leaked voicemail, a former A-list male singer, whose name had been swirling on leaked Guest lists, but never officially confirmed, apparently left a message for Diddy weeks before the trial began. That voicemail, now entered as evidence, included the lines, "Yo, man, if they start calling people, I wasn't there, right? Don't say my name. Don't drag me into this." The court went silent. Even the jury looked shaken. Outside, fans were furious. "You weren't there? Or you don't want us to know you were? This man sold us love songs while hiding. This behind the scenes?" The backlash was swift. The singer's team denied the authenticity of the voicemail, claiming it was AI-generated, but the court's audio expert confirmed the voice print, 99.7% match. Then came the ultimate betrayal. One of Diddy's closest industry allies agreed to testify for the prosecution, a record producer who'd worked on multiple bad boy projects. He sat in court, face pale, voice shaky. "I helped coordinate one of the mansion parties in 2018. Diddy told me, no phones, no questions, only faces I trust." He said that every time. The prosecutor leaned in. "Were there other celebrities present?" He nodded. "Yeah, 3 rappers, 2 reality TV stars, 1 NBA player, all knew what was going on." "And did anyone ever raise concerns?" "Once. A new girl tried to leave. One of the guests told her, 'Relax, you're in good hands.' She left crying. I never saw her again." Fans online weren't just shocked, they were traumatized. On Reddit, users started sharing their own experiences. Dancers, makeup artists, drivers who had worked parties, all claiming to have seen disturbing things. "I worked wardrobe at one of those events in Miami," wrote one anonymous poster. "Girls were lined up like Fashion Week. One VIP asked for a quiet one who won't ask questions. I quit after that night." The conversation had shifted completely. It wasn't just about gossip anymore. It was about power and silence. And who helped keep that silence intact? Then came the twist no one expected. A former Love and Hip Hop star took to Instagram Live. She was crying, shaking, and ready to name names. I was there, more than once. I thought it was networking. I thought this was how you make it. But all I got was trauma, and none of y'all protected me. She didn't name Diddy directly, but her caption said it all. Freak off survivor. Not silent anymore. This industry kills her live stream reached over 1.2 million views. Thousands commented. Celebrities remained silent. Except one. Scent. Long known for calling out industry dirt, he posted a photo of Diddy's face, edited like a wanted poster with the caption, "Told y'all. Been saying it for years. Y'all just thought I was trolling." It was the moment the tide turned. Suddenly, more celebrities began quietly unfollowing Diddy. Some deleted old collab photos. A few even liked posts calling for justice. Then, the court dropped its next big hammer. A sealed hard drive was admitted into evidence. It allegedly contained video files from security systems, hotel suites, and private estates, capturing exactly what had been happening at these freak-off parties. Diddy's legal team immediately objected. Too late. The judge allowed a portion to be shown in closed session. One journalist inside, who later appeared on a news panel, claimed, "What I saw will never leave me." It wasn't music, it wasn't entertainment, it was control, pain, and faces I've seen on red carpets smiling. The emotional weight was unbearable. Even Diddy's former assistant, who once fiercely defended him, issued a statement. "I believed in him. I thought he made me who I am. But now, I realize he broke a lot more than rules." Meanwhile, Diddy's family was shattering publicly. His cousin tweeted, then deleted, "Protect your daughters. The industry didn't protect mine." His own brother posted a black and white photo of Kim Porter with the caption, "She tried to warn us, and she paid the price." The entire fan base was split. Some still defended him. No one's guilty until proven. These women knew what they were walking into. Others were done. "I can't listen to his music anymore, not after what's coming out. He built an empire on silence, and now it's all crashing down." And it wasn't just about him anymore. The whispers of a bigger ring began swirling. More lawsuits, more leaks, more names. The system was cracking, and the verdict? Still hanging in the balance. The final week of trial arrived like a storm front. Courtroom seats were now invite only. Protesters crowded every corner of the courthouse steps. Drones buzzed overhead, catching glimpses of celebrities nervously entering side doors under hoodies and sunglasses. The vibe was tense, because everyone knew. The verdict wasn't even the scariest part anymore. What terrified the industry was how much had already leaked, and how much more could still come out. Inside, the judge gave permission to play a heavily redacted segment of the video drive that had been sealed for weeks. Journalists described the footage as disturbing. Faces were blurred, audio muted. But the body language, the power dynamic, the unmistakable expressions of fear, unforgettable. One attorney, visibly shaken, asked to be recused from that portion of the trial. And when the video ended, Diddy's lead defense lawyer didn't object. He simply stood and requested a recess. The judge refused. That's when things began to fall apart, for real. Another high-profile celebrity, an actress turned lifestyle mogul, was named in a leaked email thread. She wasn't accused of abuse, but she allegedly helped source talent for VIP lists at events hosted by Diddy in LA and Paris. The email read, "She's got fresh names, Instagram girls, models, most discreet." Fans were stunned. Not her. She's been the face of empowerment. How many people looked the other way? She issued a denial the same day, but the damage was already viral. One fan even posted side-by-side screenshots of her old women's rights campaigns next to the leaked court files. The caption? "When feminism becomes a brand, not a belief." Meanwhile, in court, the final witnesses stepped forward. One was a former industry fixer, someone hired to make problems disappear. She testified under sealed identity. "My job was to clean up, pay off, move bodies, figuratively and sometimes literally. If a girl panicked, we'd send her home with cash and a contract. Most signed, some vanished." The room gasped. "Vanished?" the prosecutor repeated. She nodded. One girl from Houston, 22, flew in for a weekend party, asked too many questions, tried to leave. By Monday, we never heard from her again. The courtroom fell into a paralyzed silence. Even the judge needed a moment. Fans online erupted, "Where is she? How deep does this go? This isn't a scandal. This is a crime ring." And behind closed doors, streaming platforms began scrubbing Diddy's name. Collaborations removed, documentaries postponed. Even TikTok muted certain songs linked to the trial's core names. Diddy's Spotify artist page lost over 200,000 followers in 48 hours. Meanwhile, his sons unfollowed him publicly. His business partners cut ties. And one by one, major celebs began doing quiet PR pivots. But the final blow came from a surprise witness, someone no one expected to show up, a list actor. Two-time Oscar nominee. Still active, still famous. He stepped into court, sat down, and admitted, "I was at one of those parties. I saw what went down. I didn't stop it. I didn't speak up. And I regret it every day." The courtroom was stunned. He didn't name names, but his presence was a domino. Now the world knew just how high up this went. The prosecution closed with one chilling line. "This isn't just about Diddy. This is about a machine, a system built on silence, secrecy, and fear. And today, we broke that system." As the jury left to deliberate, Diddy's expression finally broke. His lips trembled, his hands clenched. For the first time, the man who ruled the industry looked terrified. Outside, the fans weren't just watching. They were changing. Petitions were started. Labels boycotted. Mute. The machine began trending. Globally, the trial had opened Pandora's box, and Hollywood would never be the same. And just like that, the illusion shattered. For decades, Sean Diddy Combs stood as a titan of music, power, and culture. He built an empire off the backs of artists, fame, and whispers that were never meant to leave the room. But now, those whispers became testimony. The secrets? Public record. And the names? Exposed. The trial didn't just expose a man. It revealed an ecosystem, a carefully constructed fortress of NDAs, luxury, threats, and manipulation. Behind every red carpet appearance, every million-dollar deal, every iconic party, was a reality few had the courage to confront, until now. From leaked voicemails to broken alliances, from celebrity silence to public collapse, this was more than a courtroom case. This was Hollywood's reckoning. The verdict may still be pending, but for many fans, the decision has already been made. Diddy's legacy? Cracked. His empire? Unraveling. His silence? No longer protection. It's confession. But here's the question that still echoes. How many more are involved? How many still haven't been named? And will the industry truly change, or just wait for it to blow over? We want to hear from you. Do you believe this is the beginning of real accountability in Hollywood? Or just another headline the machine will spin away? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let your voice be louder than the silence that let this happen. And if you want to stay updated as this story unfolds, because trust me, this isn't over, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss the truth. Behind the fame, this was just the beginning. Fame split, where the truth always leaks.